Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Photographer. This is a National Geographic docu-series. I speculated that it was about either one style of photography or a specific photographer. It is neither, it is many of each. This is from 2024, it's one season, 6 episodes. Each of them run nearly an hour each, and it covers a wide range of photography staples and processes and subject matter. There's storm chasers and people who climb to the top of mountains. There are people who are using their photography to help preserve and conserve life in the ocean. One person deals with basically looking back in nostalgia in his life, apparently. I didn't watch all of them. I only watched one of them. And I did something I did differently than I've ever done before. I chose an episode. Since none of them are connected except for their use of photography, I chose the last one. And this one is Mohammed Mohsen Finding the Light. And why was this my choice? Because, well, these, are no less interesting or compelling and show off the absolute talents of these people. Otherwise, I wouldn't be focused on, I'm going to guess that these are talented photographers just because, that's what the thing's about. It's not like it's not like I'm in one of the episodes. I love to take photos. I take pictures of cosplayers at conventions. I take pictures of family and friends in moments when they would not think to take photos. And especially my friends of mine, when their children, their boys were growing up, I was able to create a photo album of their second child's first year, because I didn't have the idea when their first child was born. But I was able to see that child every week for a year, and at least once a week. And I was able to take a picture of him in different situations, just being himself in his first year, from this little tiny baby to a 1-year-old. And I gave it to them for his first birthday, because he ain't gonna care. He's just give him a Hot Wheel or a plush toy and he's fine. But they now have a record of that photo. And I just created a collection of photos for the older boy for his first 3 years. So that kind of thing, I enjoy capturing moments that most people would not think of capturing for themselves, because they're parents in some cases and way too busy to just go, let me take a picture of that. These people do it with even greater purposes. Specifically, Mohammed Hussein. He goes from war zone to war zone for the last few decades, taking photos in the heat of battle. At least that's how he started. From a very young age, even from age 19, just rather than just taking pictures of his family as neighborhood trees and flowers and things like that, he was recruited to use his skills in a time when his family was in the middle of the Israeli-Palestinian war. And the battle that always seems to be percolating in that area of the world. He went on to take photos in the war in Iraq. I believe it was Iraq. He's been to Syria. He's been to Pakistan. He's been to Syria. Did I say Syria? I probably said Syria. But in this, we see him mostly. We see footage and photos from all of his different visits around the country, around the world, I should say, and at great risk of his own life. But it's not so much about the wars as it is about the people that it affects, the refugees. This is putting a face to the terror that is inflicted upon these people for the sake of war, for the sake of people using power to dominate others and steal from others. and it's the women and children primarily that are featured in these photographs, this video footage that is part of the interview with him. That he's talking about his history. He's talked about the people he works with, and he talks about the faces and the people and the situations and the lives that are uprooted through no other purpose than to serve the war machine. And in Ukraine, which is at the point of this was released, it is the most recent version, most recent location he had been called to take photos. And he's there to not just go, hey, I'm going to take a picture of your private life. No, he's there to get to know the people better. He befriends a number of the people who have, again, most refugees, depending on when it comes to something like the Ukraine war with Russia, they have to go to another country while the men stay behind to fight the war. So it's young mothers in their 30s, little boys, little girls, just uprooted, still having school. I discovered on webcam, like basically just on the internet, being able to connect back to people who stayed behind in Ukraine to teach them lessons and classes. But for the most part, they make do with, because they know nothing else. Some of them are so young, they don't know anything other than living in a strange country like Romania, which who knows when that'll get invaded by the same people. But they know nothing about a life of peace except for maybe those early years before they had to move to this strange place. We get to meet Nikolai. We get to meet a few other boys that he befriends and gets to understand what they're about and what them and their moms and everybody else is going through, and the hope they still have that they might someday be able to go home again. Now, we see refugees from every type of conflict around the world. When the Arab Spring revolution broke out, when it's the Israeli-Palestinian war, which shaped him from an early age, there is a tendency to people to rush towards the front lines, the press, at the risk of their own lives, and take photos that are revolutionary, that captures moments that we do not see in our homes, except the one we're watching movies and everybody's just buff and cool and the bullets always hit their target and the good guys always prevail. That's not always the case in reality. And so it's for us here in America currently, we don't have the fear that we're going to be rushed out by a foreign invader and pushed out of our country to make do with what we have, pushed across a border, or making the choice to leave a place that is unsafe for ourselves and our children and set up shop in the most dire conditions. His photographs put faces to the refugee situation. And many of those photos are children, and it's gut-wrenching. They're beautiful photographs, and it's just simple moments that reflect it could be us. It could be us, and I'm speaking as an American. I'm speaking as somebody who has not had to deal with being a refugee or pushed out of my country for the whims of dictators. I'm relatively safe for now. It's easy to demonize refugees. It's easy to demonize people who we see as invaders. And it's easy to just make them a monolith with no face. These photographs serve to change that, and he has moved beyond simply just taking pictures, but giving back and giving through giving those faces. Yes, he's received incredible acclaim in newspapers and social media and online websites and things like that that give his pictures so much more exposure. They let people see that, oh, this war that's happening, it doesn't happen just between people with guns and bombs. These are people who may not survive this. So this whole series has everything from fashion photography to nature photography. I just chose this one because it felt like something that was just really important. And I left my other device that has Instagram. I want to give you his Instagram. I'll be right back. No edits. Where did I just add him? Okay. If you have Instagram and you want to see the faces of his work, Everyday Refugees. It's just exactly how it sounds. One word, no spaces or dashes or anything else. Everyday Refugees. And you'll get to see basically that. And I don't know if you can really see it properly, but if you're not clear what I just said, just comment and I'll respond with a clarification, or I'll put it in the comments. Again, this is fantastic. Photography, video of people who step into places we can't go, we don't normally bother to go or care about, can make a difference in understanding and give us, yes, the scary word, empathy for others, and care about what matters in life. And maybe we might make better choices, even dictators. Unlikely, but maybe. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 54. All in all, it feels like I could spend some time with every single one of these episodes, but this one especially was instantly compelling. It's not without glimmers of joy throughout, but it is heartbreaking at times, and it's terrifying at times. So definitely give any of these, if you get a chance, take the time to check it out. But I think you'll be best served in understanding the world around you by watching episode 6. 54 is what we're looking at. Another documentary. By the way, we have more documentaries than anything else remaining on Disney Plus. I am down to less than 200, probably almost 150-ish now. Getting close. We're also getting close to 2,000 episodes of my entire series. But we have more documentaries than anything else remaining, and we're really burning through them. So I'm not sure exactly what this one is about, if it's a full film or a series, but we're going to be watching Endurance. Oh, yeah. Another one. Another documentary. I don't know if maybe it's a reality thing. I don't know. Endurance is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.